Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dcast, everyone's favorite movie podcast. We got my good pal Hunter back.
Oh, hello.
He's gonna be the new other person on the show for a bunch of these.
Mm-hmm.
So today we're gonna be talking about everyone's favorite Christmas movie, Die Hard,
It's not a Christmas movie.
and we're also gonna have a huge argument about whether it's a Christmas movie or not. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
So, first off, how are you introduced to Die Hard?
From you repeatedly screaming at me to watch it over a long period of time, and all the times you put on your top 10 list of movies, made me think maybe this isn't the worst movie of all time. Maybe I should consider watching it.
It's not the worst movie of all time, I can tell you that. So, as he kind of hinted that here, I'm kind of a fan of this movie. Probably my favorite one I've done on the podcast so far. I absolutely adore this movie. It's probably my favorite action movie. Like, I can't really think of anything else it would be. I love Terminator 2 as well. That's another good one. But yeah, this is one of my dad's favorite movies, so he got me to watch it. I remember years ago I saw like a clip of this movie on a channel. Like my dad was watching it. It was the part where the elevator opens and it shows like I have a machine gun.
All of that.
Ho ho ho.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, yo, and I remember it looked cool, but I didn't actually watch it until like a year or two ago, the full thing. And yeah, I just loved it. I watched it again this Christmas, still loved it. It's one of my favorite movies ever. And a big reason of that is, for one, it's like really well made action.
It's some of the most intelligent action I've actually seen. Like, there's more to it. For instance, at the beginning of the sock thing, where he takes off his socks, relaxes, and suddenly partway through, you have the thing where he shoots the glass just to because he knows he's barefoot. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty smart.
Yeah.
It's not just shooting at each other, hide behind things. It's actually there's more to it, and they're using their intelligence. Like the part where Hans Gruber walks out because Bruce Willis's character John McClane doesn't know what Hans Gruber actually looks like. So
And it's
that part
actually
was really
it's
cool.
the same way around because Holly had a picture of John McClane. Holly is his wife, and we'll get to that in a second. But she had a picture of him, but they were having a fight, so she flipped the picture down. So Hans, even though he was in that office, he didn't see the picture of John McClane until like a news reporter says that Holly is John's wife, and then he looks at the picture and he sees what John looks like and stuff.
That
that
was so smart.
Or no, that's how he figures out that Holly is John's wife.
Yeah, that's how he figures out.
He knew what John looked like because of going in the thing and talking to him for a while. Which that part's awesome because you got two great actors just bouncing off each other.
And you have two enemies of the movie bouncing off each other. It's like, oh, these guys are enemies, and they're just kind of talking.
Yeah, and like Hunter said, action is just incredible from start to finish. As someone who doesn't like action movies, I still have a good time watching the action, and that's impressive.
Yeah, it's definitely more interesting. I was repeatedly impressed by how they were able to incorporate more intelligent aspects. And one of the things I don't like about it is the fact that Holly is a very Christmas name, which is not good for my argument.
Oh my god, that's gonna help me. I didn't even think about that until now. You gave me one.
Yeah, I learned that last night. I'm kind of mad about that now. All right, so
we'll get to the Christmas thing in a second. I also want to talk about the core story of this because we somehow haven't got over that yet. Hans goes not Hans. John McClane goes to visit his wife in the Nakatomi Plaza because she moved there and like did some work for a few months without him. He wanted to go hopefully fix his marriage and stuff. And they end up getting in a...
He had children as well, right? That he wanted to repair a relationship with.
They ended up getting into a fight because her last name on the thing was different from his. It wasn't McClane.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing goes down. John ends up sneaking around the places, trying to fix everything.
Yeah, and he's smart about it too. He tries to contact the police. There's no just brute force through your way all of them. There's no brute forcing through all of them. It's just let's try to call the police, get some people in here because I can't take them all on.
That's another thing I really like about it is he's not just like super buff. Well, he is very much in shape, but he's not like a giant action hero in the sense that he's mindlessly, like you said, mowing through people with his guns.
Yeah, it's not Doom Eternal.
It's more about him being smart and not about him being a big, broody guy.
Yeah, and then that also introduces a different aspect in the movie of trying to convince the police to help. and do it right. So they do try to help when they realize, oh wait, like there's a terrorist attack going on. We probably should do something about this.
By the what's his name? We looked this up even before this. The police officer.
Yeah, the initial one. Oh, doesn't it start with an M?
Dang it. Okay, well the police officer, Hunter's looking the name up. He goes in and like investigates the building. He sees nothing. He leaves, and then John McClane chucks like a body out of the window and is like, "Welcome to the party, pal."
Yeah, Powell.
Powell. Okay, and then it's also interesting because you have like this friendship building between those two, as you have him saving his marriage.
Yeah, you have the part where he kind of like when he knows there's a good chance he could die, like talking about his family, how he messed up. Like he had some emotional moments in there as the movie went on, and developing a friendship and stuff. It's really nice, actually.
And by the end, he's completely insanely bruised and everything. He looks horrible by the end.
Yeah, his feet would be ruined too. That would suck.
There's the really funny moment at the end where like the police officer comes up and he's like, "So how have you guys been?" And then the wife just punches, or not the news reporter. The wife just punches him.
Yeah, they were kind of beat up a little bit. I mean, Bruce Willis, like having cut up feet like that would suck. You can't walk after that for a while.
It's great. And then Hans Gruber, one of the greatest movie villains ever, because he's actually smart. It's like
not dumb.
It's two people who are actually being smart, so it makes it interesting because it's not like one is stupid and getting destroyed.
Here's the thing: he's not failing because he's stupid. He's failing because his enemy is really smart, and that's good writing right there.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's played by the late Alan Rickman. Rest in peace. He's such a good actor.
Oh, did he pass?
Yeah, he passed away a while ago. He also played Snape in the Harry Potter movies.
Really? That's kind of weird.
He's a great actor though. He did great in this movie. One of his best roles, in my opinion, was Die Hard.
That's definitely fair.
Okay, I think we should get to this, Hunter. So, what are your reasons that Die Hard is a Christmas movie, or not a Christmas movie?
Yeah, I was about to say. So, it's not great that Die Hard takes place on Christmas Eve. It's not great that it ends with a Christmas song. But here's the thing. That's the setting. That's the setting of the movie. I'm talking about, when I say it's not a Christmas movie, I specifically mean that the genre and overall theme of the movie does not necessarily revolve around Christmas. It takes place during Christmas because it adds a little spice, I guess, and it also creates the excuse of the party, so that's nice, but like, the overall theme isn't actually Christmas itself. It's the background, it's the setting, The theme itself is like an action thriller. Like the whole movie around itself really revolves around this intelligent, tough conflict between John McClane and Hans Gruber and his terrorists and the twins, the guy who was trying to figure stuff out. That's really smart. And the police. Like the three different forces going at it, trying to figure out how they can take down the terrorists. It's about the action, about the thriller. Like we even talked about how you love the increased intelligence. I talked about this and you did too. The more intelligent aspect to it,
the better action.
There's more to it than just action.
And also
raising it through everyone. It's about the action. It's about trying to get, for example, John McClane trying to get hope, not trying to bail his way through all of them. It's about that. It's about the conflict, about fixing his relationship with his wife at the end and his children, which you could argue is a Christmas theme.
I will get into that. Trust me, that's one of my big reasons. But I
will say though, I don't think that theme of family is exclusive to Christmas movies. So I think it can be incorporated into other movies without that movie being a Christmas movie.
I get where you're coming from, but okay. First off, you said that it's because it's an action thriller as a genre. Christmas isn't really a genre. It really is just a setting, a thematic way to help your story out. That's what I think of it as, and that's what Die Hard uses it as.
Exactly, but does that make it a Christmas movie?
Yes. It's the same for Home Alone. Is that a Christmas movie?
Well, I think one of the major themes of Christmas movies are family. In Home Alone, he goes from not wanting anything to do with family. He was overjoyed when his family forgot him. He went crazy. He slid down the stairs. He went crazy. At the end, he's incredibly gracious to be with his family again. He learned the importance of it, which you could argue John McClane does learn to some degree in this.
Yeah.
But he starts off the movie wanting to reconnect with his wife, and he ends off the movie wanting to reconnect with his wife.
But it's still, he learns how to be a better husband. That's It's a Wonderful Life, and you haven't seen it, so I won't go too big into this. But that's the point. Is the guy learns to appreciate what he has. That's what John does. He learns to appreciate who his wife is and not just like trying to control every little thing about her.
He does.
And that's why she does at the end say that her last name is McLean, because he's not like trying to force it down her throat.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the definition of a Christmas movie now.
Oh boy.
Alright. So, a Christmas movie is a film that is set during the Christmas holiday season or revolves around themes commonly associated with Christmas, such as family, love, giving, redemption, or the spirit of the holiday. These movies often feature festive decorations, traditions, symbols, and they aim to evoke feelings of warmth, joy, and nostalgia. While there's no strict rule about what qualifies as a Christmas movie, the central focus is usually on celebrating the holiday and its values in some way. So, Die Hard does fit some of these, like for example, the Titan Fighter
I
mentioned
think
it
it
totally.
fits almost all of those.
However, the central focus is usually on celebrating the holiday and its values in some way. The movie does not revolve around celebrating Christmas. It revolves around the conflict between the terrorists and John McClane. I think that's the major distinction between this and a Christmas movie.
Does Home Alone revolve around
Yes.
the guy stopping the robbers?
I think maybe.
They
I
both
haven't
have.
watched-
They
I haven't
both
watched
have.
Home Alone for a while.
They both have like the thematics of the family that I just said.
Mhm.
And this is without going into the. Obviously, I could go over. Oh, it plays "Let It Snow" at the end. Oh, I have a machine gun. Ho ho ho. Oh, this is. They constantly are saying "Merry Christmas" in reference into Christmas, because that stuff is obvious. You all know that. You all know that.
Yeah.
But it's the reason I consider it a Christmas movie is not because of that. It's because of like the thematics of trying to reconnect with the family and stuff like that. That is a big part of Christmas movies. It's why Home Alone is a Christmas classic. It's why It's a Wonderful Life is a Christmas classic. You could argue to an extent it's why Elf is a Christmas classic, and it's why
That's true.
Die Hard
But-
is a Christmas classic.
Here's the thing, though. I think the theme of family is way stronger in some of those classic just meant like Elf and Home Alone. I think the theme of reconnecting with family, valuing family, is significantly stronger than it is Die Hard. As I mentioned, it starts off he wants to reconnect with the family, ends off he wants to reconnect with his family. I don't think that changes at all. The only way it changes is that he gets better at it and learns to value what he's at. Like as you mentioned, he does value what he has a little bit more, and who she is as a person a little bit more. He does. It definitely does. There's a little bit of a theme there for sure, but I think it's much weaker than say Home Alone or Elf.
I don't really agree.
Damn it.
But I don't really have a counter argument either for that.
Exactly.
So,
Just so
okay, guys, you vote at home. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie or not?
Say no. Oh, I will say one of the arguments I saw was many, like I think it was like 76% of people did consider it a Christmas movie. But my counter argument to that cultural reason is I forgot his name. Bruce Willis himself said it was not a Christmas
Okay,
movie.
that is true. He did say that.
And he
I will
was
give
the
him
main
that.
actor. He was one of the producers. Like, he was one of the main people in the movie. I think that matters.
I mean, but is he John McClane? Is he the one who is? I don't think he has the right to necessarily say if it's a Christmas movie or not.
But he was one of the main He was the main actor in it. I mean, he
Okay.
did play a pretty central role in the creation
Obviously
of the movie.
he's a big part of the movie. I just don't think he has to say, "Oh, this Christmas movie or not." And obviously, it's something that's up to interpretation. So you can believe what you want, but
Yeah, this is definitely I think the lines for a Christmas movie are kind of blurry. Like I feel like it falls in and out of whether it's a Christmas movie or not.
like
It definitely could be.
it's not as close to 100% Christmas movie as It's a Wonderful Life or something. But I
Yeah.
do think it falls closer to the Christmas side, just like how I think Gremlins falls closer to the Christmas side.
Gremlins is way more. I think there's way more Christmas decoration
Well,
mentioned throughout Gremlins.
I mean,
Like you always see Christmas in Gremlins. There's snow and everything. I will say in Die Hard there is snow. I believe.
there's lots of snow. There's lots of mention of Christmas. Like I said, everyone's saying Merry Christmas all the time if you actually look at the movie.
See, that's a tough thing about this argument.
Okay.
There been so many Christmas references in the movie, but I just don't think the main theme of the movie itself is Christmas necessarily.
Okay, yeah, guys, I'm gonna need you guys to vote on this. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Well, as I mentioned, 76% of people say yes, so that's kind of a problem for me.
Let's go. I win. I win by default.
I just have Bruce Willis on my side. That's the only thing.
Okay. Anyways, I guess since I don't need to stall anymore,
Mhm.
I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 for the score. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
I don't disagree. I gave it a 9 out of 10, but a 10 out of 10, I don't disagree necessarily. I have no problems. The only thing, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I wasn't a big fan of the police sometimes. They felt kind of like, not, I don't know,
I
it didn't feel quite as interesting. But like the main police officer, Powell, I did not have a problem with
He's
him.
awesome.
He's really cool.
Oh yeah, and the movie also goes over like this thing about his trauma with
Yeah, that was
trying
ours.
to he like shot someone so he
Yeah,
didn't want to
that.
use a gun ever, and then at the end of the movie one of the terrorists comes back to life by, I don't know, Satan resurrect him or something, and then Powell shoots him.
That was so weird when he came back to life. I was like, what?
He's
Yeah,
cool.
I think that was part of why I gave it a 9 out of 10 as well. But it was cool to see
But
Powell
it's such a nice moment.
get over his fear of, yeah.
It's such a perfect movie, perfect action movie. 10 out of 10, not even close to a 9 for me.
I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, you admit it's probably one of your favorite action movies too. So
What would it get on my list? 2 or 3. Number 2 or 3 on my list of favorite action.
like, I know you also like Terminator 2.
I haven't watched that for a while, so that's not actually on my list.
Does
But
Dark Knight count as an action movie?
that wouldn't be on top 3. For me, I was thinking number 1 is definitely O'Kane, easily. And then Game of Thrones might be number 2 or 3.
Well, those
But,
aren't also movies, so.
well, okay, that is. Well, if you're talking just strictly movies, that's I'd have to think a little bit more.
Because Dark Knight isn't. I think even if you think Dark Knight's the better movie, it's not the better action movie.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
I do think Die Hard is better action than Dark Knight for the most part. And also, I lost my train of thought. Damn it. Now I was thinking of another good. Oh yeah, Saving Private Ryan. I thought that.
I guess that could be an action
I
movie.
think that was a good action movie in the sense that it showed the brutality of war.
It does a really good job at that. Yeah.
So I think that could potentially be a.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you're going 9 out of 10 on this one.
Yeah. Although if you give it a 10 out of 10, I won't be devastated.
Okay, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, next week we're doing another Christmas movie. It's not with Hunter.
No.
It's with another person.
Oh
who
yeah, I know what it is.
We're gonna be. Trust me, that one could go very interestingly. I'll say that. So thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.